Ugh, why are you always so difficult?
I'm not always difficult. You don't appreciate all that I do.
I sit on our tree trunk and photosynthesize all day, and what do? Just sit there.
We're sedentary organisms. What do you expect me to do?
Whoa. Everyone calm down. I've never seen so much conflict out of plants before. Stop bryophyting.
Sorry, Doc. We've just been under a lot of stress, and things have been pretty dry these past few days.
You can't blame the drought for all the problems you've been causing.
Don't you have any vascular tissue in you? Oh, wait.
Throwing insults at each other will not help anything. Tell me, what are your plans for the future if you keep fighting? What about your sporophytes? Think about their lives.
We don't currently have kids.
We don't intend on having any either. I don't want my sporophytes to have her genes.
And I don't want my sporophytes to have his genes.
What do we do, Dr. Cyberry?
Luckily, I have just the solution. Scientists have been stunned by recent findings in which embryos have spontaneously developed in mosses.
What incarnation?
I'm being serious. I will bring in our research expert on the matter, Dr. Kale.
Hi there, Dr. Cyberry. So, I have been listening to these mosses and seem to have discovered just a solution.
Please do tell us.
The Bel1 gene is the answer. We've been studying this amazing master regulator in mosses that allows for each of you to produce your own offspring. We use genetic engineering to activate the Bel1 gene in mosses and observe embryos developing spontaneously on a specific cell type. Surprisingly, these embryos grew to be fully functional sporophytes. These spore capsules later formed spores, which grew into new adult moss plants. It's unbelievable.
That's great, and it could help solve this problem. But what's the purpose of all this? What implications could this discovery have?
As I mentioned, the Bel1 gene has the potential to create genetically identical copies of high-yield crops, which enhances agricultural production. We will be able to produce great quantities of food, given what we now know.
I don't believe you. This all seems fake.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on.
Can you give us any type of evidence that would suggest what you were saying is true?
Sure. This diagram, based on research findings, gives you everything you need to know. The Bel1 gene is inserted into the unfertilized moss gamete. Once inserted tissue proliferation occurs, a moss gametophyte is grown. And keep in mind, no fertilization was required. This nearly formed gametophyte moss plant now has its own set of Bel1 genes. Therefore, when it releases its spores, they will be able to produce gametophytes on their own, so your kids won't have to deal with all of this.
Ah, interesting. So what do we know about how this mechanism works?
Surprisingly, quite a bit. As you can see from this figure, the presence of DNA-binding Bel1 peptide signifies that the Bel1 gene acts as a transcription factor. Visual confirmation in this image actually comes from the tag Bel1 gene moving from the nucleus of one cell to the nucleus of another cell across from it.
Wait, hold up. I don't quite understand this gene. Tell me more about this.
Here's an image of where the homeobox gene is. When the Bel1 gene is cloned, it encodes for homeobox transcription factors. The Bel1 protein contains a homeodomain DNA-binding protein that is extended by its residues.
Whoa, wait. What's a homeodomain?
I got you. The homeodomain is a part of the protein that attaches to specific regulatory regions on homeobox families of genes. Back to you, Dr. King.
When it is compared with representatives of the major classes of clan homeodomains, the Bel1 gene is similar to the homeodomain of other genes. But interestingly, it lacks a domain that distinguishes it from other classes of the genes. Therefore, Bel1 is part of a novel family of plant homeodomain proteins. Additional members of this family of plants have been identified by the screening of cDNA libraries that have a Bel1 homeobox-specific probe. Bel1 regulates the formation of ovules in plants as well.
All right. So this is unique only to moss, right?
Actually, it isn't. Humans may also have a similar gene, as this gene is present in the homeobox family of genes, which we know to be responsible for helping regulate the development of organisms.
Thank you for your input, Dr. Kale. Well, guys, I think we found a solution.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Kale, and thank you, Dr. Cyberry. I can finally leave my sedentary husband and live my own life.
Have fun trying to move out of this log.
Glad I could help. Let me know if you have any other issues.
Created using Powtoon.